Hello all and welcome. Today I'm going to have a brief look at my personal top games of the year. Now here's the disclaimer, this list is in no way representative of the rest of the Black Panel Riders, nor is it by any means definitive. It's just a small look at the games that gave me a kick this year. With that out of the way, let's look at the first game, which is Infamous Second Son. Being a fan of the franchise, I was a little dubious when it was announced that Cole was no longer the protagonist, and he was going to be replaced by a jerk teenager called Deslin. Deslin is a jerk, but aside from this, however, the superpower-fueled open-world extravaganza has graphics that really show what the PS4 is capable of, and the gameplay is no slouch either. It certainly is a lot of fun, and if you're looking for a good game to grab for your PS4, this is it. Next, we have one of the big surprises of the year, and that is Shadows of Mordor. This great combination of Assassin's Creed and the Arkham games has finally given the world of Middle-earth the exceptional game it has deserved for so long. This really is one of the best examples of licensed games. There's fluid combat, the great Nemesis system, and a truly alive world. Really makes this a winner. Please, put aside any doubts and grab this one as soon as you can. You will not be disappointed, I guarantee it. We have Far Cry 4 next, and despite being only an incremental upgrade from number 3, all the improvements are more than welcome. Plus, there is no other game on this planet that allows you 1 minute to stampede a group of enemies with an elephant, while the next get gored by a honey badger. In this game, you are not the apex predator, you are just one more rung in the food chain, and the experience is better for it. Not to mention, it looks stunning. Moving on to perhaps the craziest entry in my list, Sunset Overdrive. Part Grand Theft Auto, part Tony Hawk, and part Technicolor Zombie Apocalypse. This game has unique charms that are sure to keep you smiling the whole way through. I love the movement system that encouraged free-flowing fast combat, and as always with an Insomniac game, the weapons are a blast. I don't know that this game got the attention it deserved, so I hope it will be a late bloomer and people will catch on, because there is a lot of fun to be had here, and I'd love to see a sequel or an expansion further down the track. Possibly the hardest game to put on my list, however, was Destiny. There is so much wrong with this game, but for most of the time it didn't matter because I was having a cracking time. I managed to put about 40 hours into the game before the problems began to really hamper my enjoyment. And that 40 hours is the reason that Destiny is on my list. It is not the revolution Bungie claimed, but certainly worth the price of entry. Good shooting, not exceptional shooting. If, however, I was disappointed with one game this year, and that was Titanfall. Not because of the gameplay, but because there's no one playing it. I love the fresh yet familiar take on multiplayer, and it saddens me no end that when I log in, the lobbies are all but empty. The parkour movement, epic Titan battles, and superb level design made this my multiplayer game of the year. Now, if only I could find someone to play it with, because playing alone isn't exactly an option. Another massive surprise was the return of BJ Blazkowicz in Wolfenstein: The New Order. A game that basically no one gave any chance of being good, surprised everyone with its quality story, interesting game mechanics, and entertaining combat. Wolfenstein has no right to be this good, but boy, I'm glad it is. It just goes to show that no matter what, you can't keep a good Nazi hunter down. And killing Nazis, well, it never gets old. Of course, some people like to drive cars, and some people like to drive supercars through ancient Italian vineyards. Then, the game for you is Forza Horizon 2. The driving in this epic racing game is sublime. The perfect mix of realism and fun make it a great game to spend hours upon hours in. It also had personality in spades and some super entertaining race types. If you feel the need for speed, then Forza Horizon 2 certainly has you covered. It is far different from a normal racing affair and is well worth it. Tower defense doesn't get much better than Defense Grid 2. The perfect combination of strategy and ease of play make this game perhaps the best example of the genre. The story is entertaining, but it isn't as fun this time round. There are new tower types, great levels, and new super weapons, and they all make it a must-play. Add to this the price you can usually pick it up on during a Steam sale, it's a no-brainer. Finally, my personal game of the year. This should come as no surprise to anyone who follows me on Twitter, and I will perhaps be the only person on the planet that gives this game Game of the Year. The game is Tropico 5. I was incredibly excited to once again gain control of El Presidente's island and guide it to world domination. The mix of politics, city building, and humour has always hit the mark for me with this series, and this entry is no exception. Along with a great multiplayer mode and some awesome new features like research and deeper combat, Tropico 5 has once again won my heart. And so has Penultimo. And that's it. That's my best of list. It's done. You should head over to blackpanel.com.au to check out the written reviews of most of these games. Also, I'd love to hear your own personal best ofs either in the comments below or on Twitter. You can catch me on Hewso81 if you want to have a chat. Thanks for your time. I hope you all have a great Christmas and an even better New Year. This is Matt Hewson, signing out.